Hello, bright and sunny Leos. It's Natalie, and I am going to do a quick 10 card Celtic Cross reading to kind of zero in on the full moon happening like in 2 days on March 20th, the full moon in Libra. So let's just see kind of what we can glean. First thing I do is I knock on my cards and shake out any loose energy from the previous reading. Then I go ahead and I shuffle and I meditate on my questions. So what can we expect for Libras? What can we expect for Leos for the Libra full moon this Wednesday? This bright sunny Leos, what are they needing to hear right now? What can they expect? What message do I need to give them? And if you're doing this at home, then you can stop shuffling whenever you feel done, whenever you feel like you don't want to shuffle anymore, or when a card pops out, even a little bit after that. Just totally go on how you feel about it, okay? All right, Leo. Then we go ahead and cut the deck. And our 10 cards go as follows. Cover and across, above and below, side to side, and then cards 7 through 10. And the bottom card, Judgment card. Okay. Wow, Leo. Gosh, there are definitely some intense emotions rising to the surface at this full moon. So I'm going to start with the World card because this is maybe one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. So this is how you got into this situation, and this means that you are completing a major cycle of development or growth or philosophy or something, Leo. This is you coming full circle. If you look at the egg, all the way around, she's floating within this egg, and this egg is like the circle of life and the circle of completion. Okay, Leo? So there's something that you're coming full circle about, and I'm thinking it has to do with love and love relationships, because the first card I pulled is the Lover's card, and it's crossed by the the 10 of Wands, 10 of Staves. So it looks like there's either a major burden that this love relationship has to endure and take on, or perhaps there's too many burdens on this relationship that's really kind of dampening it, or it could be a business partnership. It could also be a really harmonious working relationship, just some positive relationship that's working really well. Excuse me. And the challenge ahead of it for this relationship is a lot of burdens and a lot of maybe even just problems or responsibilities, or just, something, and it's saying more than you can kind of bear. So maybe one person is taking on the majority of the burdens in the relationship, and what looks like a very good, happy, at least at one time, kind of relationship. Okay, let's see what else we got here. And it looks like, Leo, that you're using this knowledge to fuel your decisions leading in because of this position that it's in. So let's see what you're doing. The most recent past, the influence that's recently fading away, that you can still even feel. Is someone making an offer to you? Is someone trying to come back in your life? Is someone trying to make you an offer of romance, offering a relationship to you, trying to reignite something? I see someone offering, some knight offering his cup to you. So whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't really matter. But this person is there trying to, trying to reignite something, or trying to bring a new relationship to you. That's just recently fading away. Excuse me, it's my coffee, thank you. So this card right here is the influence that you can expect next, an immediate next step, an immediate next action. And this is the King of Cups. This is the king that sits on a concrete slab amidst these roiling waters. So this is going with the flow. I think whatever's going on with this relationship, this burden, the burden's either on you or on someone else, you, Leo, are going to go with the said flow. Go with your own flow, okay? That's kind of your go-to plan. You're going to keep doing what you're doing and try to hang in there and try to hang it out, because past experience has taught you not to do anything super crazy. if this is resonating for you, okay? This card is your future environment, your future milieu, something kind of like beyond the full moon. Beyond the full moon, Leo, you have some choices. Choices are great. You can kind of pick whichever one of these cups looks most appeasing to you. Maybe they're relationships. Maybe you have a couple different to choose from. But you are going to experience a little bit of anxiety over choosing which one of these wonderful floating cloud cups in the air that you want to continue to invest in. Okay, so that's something to come up after the full moon, that you're going to have some decisions to make with this. This card is the role that you are currently playing, Leo, and right now it looks like you are sort of in mourning and you're sort of in grief over spilled milk, or maybe a relationship that has not lived up to your expectations and has not been what you really wanted it to be, or what you thought it was going to be, or what you expected it to be. And you are sad about it and you're mourning it. And Leos have such big, great hearts that it is kind of heartbreaking for the love to die, or for the love to change into something that isn't as good as what it was once. And I see you feeling that effect. I see you feeling that. But the good news is that there's still 2 cups left over, and you can definitely make the best of it, because Leos are you're the sun. You're the absolute sun in the whole solar system. So whatever this full moon brings, you're oh man, that sucks that I lost this, but if there's anyone that can have a strong heart and get back up and go find more love, it's Leo, I feel like. Okay? So don't get too upset at this card. This card is how other people see you, Leo. So your partner in this situation, your lover, your whoever it is, they see you as being emotionally confused. They see you maybe even in the midst of emotional chaos. At the full moon, this moon card could mean emotional chaos. Something can come to light. Something can be revealed. Some new information could be shared, made known to you that you didn't know before. And it could be giving you this air of emotional instability to those around you. It could also mean that you're extremely creative, that they see you as being very creative and channeling pain into art. Maybe you're being very artistic. They see you paying attention to dreams and talking about your dreams even. Okay? Okay, Leo, this is your hope or fear, this card in this position. And here we have the 8 of Cups. So I think it's both. I think it's your hope that you walk away from a bad situation for good. And I think it's your fear that you walk away from a bad situation. But this is also not even just him walking away from all of these cups. It's also making a definite decision one way or another, and totally committing yourself to a course of action or a plan or a path. And I think that might be sort of stressful for you. I think it might be sort of stressful to think in absolute terms. And I think you're kind of fearing having to make that decision, or being in a position to need to make that decision. And maybe something that happens at this week in the full moon is going to prompt you to do that. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's just anxiety that's making you think this. But that's the hope and the fear. Okay, Leo, so the last card is the card that you get. It's the outcome card. And what I see for you at the full moon, sleepless nights. Sleepless nights. It's just anxiety, I think, though, okay? I think whatever comes to light at the full moon, whatever is happening this week, you're just going to be thinking about it a lot. Like a lot. And you're going to be staying up all night thinking about it, wondering what to do, how to do this, what's going on. And for further clarification, we've got our bottom of the deck card. Oh my goodness gracious. Which is Judgment. So the Judgment card, you have heard the sound of Gabriel's trumpets. You are rising from your coffin like the phoenix from the ashes. And this is a definite, you're making the judgment, Leo. And you're empowered to make the judgment because you have the information that you need now at the full moon. And you can feel the pressure of having to make the judgment call. And that's what's giving you all of the stress and the anxiety, is that you have everything you need to make the decision, and now you have to make the decision. and that's what's keeping you up at night. And that's what's causing you a little bit of stress of what to pick in the future, because you can kind of do anything now. You can do anything you want, really. After this kind of fades away, after this relationship and the stress of the burden of this relationship sort of fades away after the full moon and everything, all the cards land where they may, ha ha ha. After all of that, you are the one who decides what to do next. And you just have some options, and you have some more thinking to do about it. And you can have some offer right here, okay? So that's that you have a lot to think about, and that's all that this represents to me. Is now the good thing is that the judgment's going to go one way or another. So after, I would say air it out for 2 weeks is when some of this will calm down. But you definitely know, and you're definitely going to be thinking about it. Whatever it is that this full moon brings to you, you're going to be thinking about it at night, in your bed, looking fabulous with your night cream on and your under eye cream, whatever. So don't be afraid of having to walk away from something that's not good for you. Don't be afraid of having to make a definite decision one way or another. Is this the right decision? Is this not the right decision? Leos are notorious for being so loyal and staying committed to something long after it's good for them that it could really stress you out. And it looks like it is at the full moon, stressing you out, having to think about it and really make a hard-line decision, because Leos are just so loyal and they'll just stick with you, through truly thick and thin. But if it's burdening you, if it is just too much and you cannot bear it, you have to make that decision that's best for yourself and your family. Okay, Leo? Because I see you coasting along and floating along, but that's not going to last. You're not going to be able to keep doing this. You're going to be put in the position at the full moon to make your judgment call. And then that's going to free you up to really decide what you want, with all of your options completely clear and open to you without having to consider this additional burden. You're going to be no longer having to consider all of these other burdens that you've been taking on, and this is all stemming because you've learned from the past. You've learned from your experiences, and your past experiences will no longer allow you to go and keep investing into something that's not good for you and your family. Okay? So let yourself feel the grief and the loss of whatever this relationship is. Whoever's overburdening you, let it go. Let it go. Let yourself feel the grief and mourn, and then you'll move on. And then you'll be able to pick one of these wonderful cups that has wonderful options. Okay, so don't be afraid of this judgment call, Leo. You're going to do great. I believe in you. Okay? Let me know how it works out this week and over the next week. And thank you for watching, Leos. Bye.